Hi everyone, this is Josh Johnson. Today we're going to take a look at a quick overview of Google Drive and Google Docs, emphasizing how to share documents with one another. So I have my Google account. You'll notice I'm logged in already. Lots of ways to get there, including using the apps tray, but I'll just go to drive.google.com. And the apps tray is this little tray over here. You can get there. So in Google Drive, I'm going to just kind of show you overall. You can create folders. You can move things into folders, just like a regular folder structure in Windows or Mac. But today I'm just going to create a new Google Doc. All right, so one of the things that's important is to give this thing a name. So once you've named the Google Doc, you can go ahead and start typing whatever it is that you want to be in here. And you'll notice that as you are going through, it will tell you up here that it's saving. As you go through the Google Doc, it's saving as you go. So there's no need to save anything. So that's a hard thing to get wrap your head around, especially if you're used to files in Office, is that there's one file that you are going to have and you're going to share it with the collaborators, and they're going to work and can work in real time. So let me show you, since this is the most important part, the sharing settings. So if I click on share, I have a couple of options. I can share this directly with somebody's email address. You have to know before you send this whether or not that account is a Google account. Not all Google accounts are Gmail accounts. The reason I say that is if I share it with this address and it is not a Google account, that person will get an email saying, hey, I want you to come and work on this document, but then when they try to open it, it's going to tell them that they don't have permission. Because this isn't a Google account, and that's what I'm sharing this with. So make sure you have their Google or Gmail account. If it is a Google or Gmail account, it will send them a message, and you can tell it not to. You can also add the little note, like what you want it to say in the message, like, hey, I want you to come in and do this, that, and the other thing. So you'll notice when I went to the advanced, it gives me some other options here. I can change the fact that they can either edit the document, they can type things in there, they can view the document, meaning they can't edit it, they can just look at it, or they can comment on it. And then that means they can add comments to the side. I can see what they are. So maybe I don't want them to change what I do, but I want their feedback. The other way to share some of these things is actually to use a shareable link. That makes it maybe a little bit easier, because now anyone that has this link can do whatever it is that you're giving them access to. Anyone with the link can either view it, edit it, or comment on it. And that means it doesn't really matter if you give it to someone who has a Google account or not. I'm going to share this with an actual person. And then just so you see what happens, I have that other account signed into Google Drive already, and in the shared with me folder, since it's the most recent one, it gets dropped right in there. The nice thing about Google Drive is you can search, and it's a great search. I mean, it's Google. You can search for the name of it. This person will also get an email that says, hey, I've got this doc that I want you to work on. Now notice I've got this other account signed in over here. You can see where that other account is on the screen as that person is going through and adding. So you can see, I believe it's up to 10 people in a Google Doc that can be working simultaneously. Now one of the big things that happens is maybe that person made some edits that I'm not really wanting to have. I can go over to File and use what's called the revision history. And I can take a look at the revision history, and I can go back through the different revisions, and you'll notice there was a point when there was nothing, there was a point when Joshua Johnson added this, and there's a point when Y. Luco added this. And you can go and say, no, this is the one that I really want, and I can actually revert back by hitting restore this revision, and that will take me back to that point in time. Otherwise, there's a lot of things you can do with Google Docs. There's definitely ways that you can publish things to a website, embed an actual Google document right onto a website so that people don't have to go to the link. So if you have a blog or a class site, those are things that you can do as well, make them public right on the web. But as long as you are aware of the different ways that you are making this thing available, it works out really well. Last thing I want to do is show you how to make a comment. There's a couple ways to do it. You can use the comments button that is up here. You can also start a chat if you're online at the same time. The way I usually do it is I'll highlight this is what I want to make a comment on. And then once I type in my comment, I can post that. The other person can see that. And now I'm on my other account. That other person can see that and they can reply to the comment. Once they reply, you're able to see their reply. You can mark those comments as resolved, and once you do that, those comments are saved up here and you can see kind of the history of comments. Another thing when you're making a comment is you are allowed to tag somebody. By using the plus sign and adding a Google account, you'll be able to tag someone in a comment, and that will send them an email message notifying them that a comment has been made. That's really useful when you are making a comment to someone who's not online to kind of keep them in the loop. So those are the few things that you can do when you are creating and sharing a Google Doc. Hopefully this will help you as you collaborate with your students and as you teach your students how to collaborate with each other. Thanks.